Hope you're doing well. I have another quick video for you today. We are going to be doing another technical service bulletin on a 2010 Chrysler Town and Country. And for those who are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Curtis Hardin, and if you're at the point where you want to take your programming skills to the next level, go to auteltech.co.za and book a training session with me. Alright, so let's see what this says. Speed control operations. This bulletin involves flash programming the powertrain control module with new software. The vehicles this applies to are the Journey, the Avenger, and the Chrysler Town and Country up to 2010. And the symptoms and conditions. The speed control operation has changed to correct the following conditions. Adjust the set speed control to react when the speed drops. And basically, if you are having sluggish drivability issues, this would be a good indication to program. According to the TSB, it'd take about 30 minutes to do this. And the only time I recommend doing the programming, as I said, is to have the documentation that tells you to do it. Never just assume and do it. Step 1, reprogram the PCM to the latest software. Follow the detailed service procedure. So this is giving us the function route. Then after you program it, after PCM reprogramming, the following must be performed. We need to clear the DTCs that may have been set in the modules due to reprogramming with the Y-tip application. And then the next step, step 1.B, on the 62E equipped vehicles, clear the variable line pressure counters found in the miscellaneous function. And this is the coding function we need to look for. Perform the quick learn function found in the miscellaneous function menu. All right. And then this is like a receipt. After you program something, it's good to keep a copy of it. And that's pretty much it. So let me do this, guys. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And we're going to go ahead to the actual programming of it. So a few tips. Programming for Chrysler isn't something I recommend doing by yourself if it's your first time, just due to the fact that it's like, to give you an analogy, it feels like you're running up a waterfall. They don't make things easy for us. Another thing to consider is the price of the subscription. It goes for about, I would say, $115. And the next tip would be when you're doing these vehicles, some manufacturers are pretty quick in terms of getting access to the software to program. Chrysler is not. They have a process where you need to verify your computer, and that takes about a day or two. So please allow at least 2 days to be service ready. Okay, and what I'm doing here is I'm just scanning the vehicle, trying to find out what's going on, and erasing the codes. The client, just to give you a bit of history on the vehicle, he told me that it was down for a couple months. He got it running, test drove it, and it was running very sluggishly. So he checked the TSB, and it advised him to use the flash programming to rectify it. This happens a lot, you guys, and that's why I'm really trying to encourage people to do this in-house, because it's just going to get worse, guys. Like, there's so many computer modules in these vehicles, and if you're always outsourcing stuff, it's going to cost you in the long haul, and you're not learning anything. And remember, the more you learn, the more you earn. All right? Simple as that. Another thing that I like to advise is when you're programming, it's always good to maybe turn your Autel device off, due to the fact that it will interfere in the programming session. So sometimes you might have issues where it's not connecting and so forth. Okay, and then always have a good battery maintainer. So at this point, let's see, I think we are gonna go ahead and flash it now. We erased all the codes. Let me see if I can do this properly, guys. Okay. All right, so there's the flash. You can see let me go back a little bit. Do you see that calibration number? Okay, 5AE on the top, 5AG on the neck. So that tells you there's an update for it. And what I told the client at this point was to actually save the TSB, so when you bill the client, you'll let them exactly know why you're charging them for the programming. Okay? And as you get in your, let's say, professional career in programming, it's good to always document everything, your pre-scans, your post-scans. If the manufacturer says it needs programming and coding, I mean, these are all stuff that you can bill, the insurance company. So it's always a good habit to do this. All right, so here it's allowing us to select why we're programming. So we're going to click the TSB, and then we're going to go ahead and put a little subscription there. All right, so client vehicle running sluggish. We're going to go ahead and select the year. Or a subscription credentials, we're going to put that in there. They sent us a token to put in, we're going to put that in there. All right, log in. All right, there we go. So now we can do the programming. Okay, now once you're at this state, it's pretty much automatic. All right, you don't have to do anything. A lot of people have these crazy misconceptions where you're on a computer and you're programming. No, the most difficult hurdle in programming is just getting the stupid software to install. They don't do that, and that's why a lot of people shy away from it. They're not confident in their computer skills, and I can understand you guys are fixing vehicles and stuff like that, but if you have someone like myself, who let's say knows the ropes, so to speak, it's just gonna make your life a lot easier. Okay, a lot easier. All right, so we're almost getting there. We're about 34%, and yeah, programming is the future. It's the future, and when you replace modules, they need to be programmed to do certain repairs on the vehicles. It needs to be programmed, and as I said, it's just going to get worse in a sense. And only a few people will, want to take that. I don't know if it's a risk, but they're going to go that route, and it's very profitable because no one else wants to do it. So it's a mindset, guys. It really is a mindset. You just need to say, okay, you know what? I can read. I have a finger. I just need to follow some instructions, and I can do it. All right. It's really not that difficult if you have the right guidance. Okay, so let me see if I can fast forward this a little bit, you guys. All right, so we're at 99%. Please turn the key ignition off. And click continue. All right, and then it's rescanning the vehicle. And then it has been flashed. And so here, I'm just telling the client what we need to do. And we need to basically perform the quick learn. All right. Sometimes the software will have coding functions. Other times it won't. This time I didn't see it. And I do recall he told me that there was an issue with the TCM, I think. It wasn't communicating. I'm not sure. You can see it's grayed out here. So he did test drive the vehicle. It was running smoothly. And he just needs to do that TCM relearn, and then he'll be good to go. So that's pretty much it, guys. Programming a Chrysler Town and Country. So if you would like to bump up your programming career, go ahead and head on over to my website and book the J2534 training and consulting. with that, guys, enjoy your weekend, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Take care. Bye.